People will think I drink beer or something, right? Because I've never been drunk or high in my life.
How the fuck did you get through a rock career without ever? I mean,
You're
did you ever,
allowed to say no.
People don't know this about him, by the way. A lot of people don't know that.
How about like, okay,
Totally
now
sober.
it's but let's say like when things were really ramping up at first. You know what I mean? When it's starting, it's like you're a young guy. All the shit's around you. I mean, were people ever really trying to pressure you?
Just so you
all the time.
All the time.
He's not really.
But just to
tempted
let
by
you know
it.
that if you don't know this about Gene Simmons, is that he's never touched drugs or alcohol.
This is
just
a
for
crazy
people
stat.
listening.
Well, there's one accidental story. Can we tell the brownie story?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, this is hearsay, so you can tell if you want. But he didn't. He's so removed from drug culture that he didn't know that you can bake cannabis into baked goods.
Yeah.
He had no idea that was a thing.
Who does that?
So before I was born,
You're
before
over
mom,
chocolate.
he was like, yeah, his sweets are our drug of choice. He was like backstage, and somebody had baked a pan of special brownies, and he had no idea that existed. So he had no hesitation for eating 6 of them, just like. So please describe what you hallucinated. I mean, you've told me this a couple times. It's my favorite story. It's the only time he's ever been high.
I've never before or since had anything like that happen to me. Let me take these off so you can see.
Tom's got a too high story too, so I know you'll relate to this.
Well, I wasn't prepared for it. And so you've got a room full of people celebrating. We're breaking some kind of record in Detroit, how many shows we're doing and all that. This was in 76 or 1876. See what I did there? That was a joke.
Don't patronize
And
me.
the whole room is full, and I'm just seeing can you see the picture? The brownies are like piled on it, and I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's, let's smoke, let's put things up our ass. Just give me cake.
Give me a brownie, yeah.
Jews and cake. You've heard that.
Always.
And I'm going, come on. It didn't hurt that she wasn't bad looking. This is before I met your mom.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
And it comes over, and I'm give me another one of those. And then I started, like a dog with a bone, just following her around. Can I have another one? You want another one?
Yeah.
And I just kept eating it. 6.
6 brownies.
Well, they weren't big.
Right, but still.
So what happened to your head and your hands?
And not too long after that, the room started to get bigger. And my head started to get smaller, all the way down to the size of an olive on my shoulder. And I started to I remember this. I started to open my eyes and think so that people wouldn't think that I was normal or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like that. And as I moved, my hands became the farther away, like as it gets farther, your hand gets smaller.
Yeah.
Nope. Just ballooned up like cartoon, like
So head the size of a pea and like
keep
oven
on
mitts.
trucking, that thing.
Sure.
So it got enormous, and I'm taking a step, and my foot goes out to and luckily there was a girl there who was, she's written about it too. She was the editor of Creed magazine, which was a rock. So she took me out of there and to the limo, and as I'm walking, every step I take, giant feet.
Like that Ludacris video.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. And I'm talking loudly because I don't think she can hear me because my voice is small.
You got to get to the hotel.
There we go.
So in his mind, it's beep, 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 but he's walking up to people and going, "Something is wrong." And they're like, "Jesus fucking Christ!"
So before we get in the limo, and I'm afraid to move or anything, and I'm thirsty, and so they pull over 2 or 3 blocks in a ghetto in Detroit, and she leads me in to get me a drink because the limos didn't have anything, and it's filled with neighborhood folks who are there at night grabbing a burger and stuff after the show, and and I'm dressed in leather and thick, no kidding. And they all turn around and do that. And I'm thinking, they're looking at me because my head is small. So I try to make myself bigger.
It's the worst.
And I go up, and the guy goes, "Well, can I have a glass of milk with it?" Like that. And then walk back. Now, I will say, can you plug up your ears? So as we're going back to the hotel, And I think she takes out my key, and I try to put my key, which is enormous, in the keyhole.
It grew to the size of his hand when he held it.
In those days, you had keys.
Right, to turn it.
You didn't have.
He's trying to stab the door.
Sure.
It doesn't work. Now, my son is not here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna tell me what happened? You stop usually at the door.
I will
this
say
is new.
that
This is new part of the
I
story.
will say that I've never been as big in my life.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, can I just tell you this though? Wasn't part of your experience with that? Didn't part of you go like,
true.
"This is what
No, it's
people do all the time"? Like when you got high, was part of your realization later, like this is what people intend to do all the time? Feel like this.
Joey Diaz, especially.
Oh my God.
No, quite honestly, I didn't think about it. To be serious for a second, okay, now it's over. Now I can get back to stupid. I never wanted to get high or drunk because of my mother.
Right.
She was in a concentration camp when she was 14 years of age, and I never wanted to break her heart. And I was always aware I had never wanted to disappoint her.
Right.
There was enough aggravation. So I literally never smoked cigarettes.
Wow.
Never got high, never got drunk. That way, when you reach 74, your hand can be in front of your face.
Yeah, he's reaping the benefits now
Yeah.
compared to his
Doesn't go out.
compatriots. There's some other rock people who
not
I've
so
noticed
hot.
like, oh,
Yeah.
you're looking pretty good now. Like you're
Yeah.
in terms of posture and
we're good.
ability to speak. And
No, okay, that's an interesting origin story of why.
Orgy of what?
Orgy of
Yeah, the hearing goes, but
yeah.
everything else is...
Ooh, hey Jeans, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have one more click of fun around here? I don't know. Click here or here. Try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You can send it to your grandmother. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out.